Great. So let's start talking about the basic model of the strategic management process. First of all, we got strategic analysis, right? So it's kind of a three-step process for generating a strategy. We'll talk about the tools in this course, how to conduct each of these three steps, so don't worry, we'll give you a lot more detail in some later videos. But the first part is the analysis, right? Let me write this out just a little bit clearer so hopefully you can see it. So, model of strategy, strategic management process. And again, don't worry, I will give you all these tools during this course. So we'll have plenty of time to talk about these in a lot more detail as we go. So the first thing is you actually have to conduct your analysis. So that includes a few things. Under analysis, you've got to figure out what your purposes and expectations are for the firm, right? There's no point conducting a strategy if you don't even have a clue what you actually want to achieve. Right? You've got to have some basic understanding of the market environment, the external environment, also known as possibly the ends of the firm. Then you've got to have some sort of understanding of your resources, competencies, and capabilities, so you have to understand your means of your firm. And then you've got to figure out your strategic position, how you currently relate to your competitors and how you wish to relate to your competitors in the future. Then you've got the choice piece, strategic choice. Now, under strategic choice, you have to start coming up with a variety of options, right? When you start designing your strategy, you don't just come up with one strategy. You come up with probably a dozen strategies, and then you figure out the one that works best for you or your firm, right? Or if you're working as a strategy consultant, you come up with a list of choices that the boss can pick, right? You know, my personal recommendation, I'll say this a few times later, is come up with a few really good ones and then some like maybe not so good ones. That way you can kind of give people some flexibility, especially your supervisors, some flexibility in the kinds of things that they choose, right? So you give people options. Then you start making an evaluation of the different options, and then you pick one. Once you pick one, then you kind of commit to it, and that's implementation. So strategy implementation would directly impact your organization design and structure, but your ability to implement strategy would also be directly related to your current organizational structure and design. Of course, strategy implementation would also impact your resource allocation and control, but it would also be helped or hindered by the resources that you currently have. And then, of course, once you've implemented it, you've got to make sure that you are able to maintain a degree of control. So what we're going to talk about in the next video is kind of one of the debates into the nature of strategy making itself. Is it a design or is it a process? But at least this that I've just talked about is one way of understanding strategy from the process side. I'll see you on the next video.